Jami atTirmidhi Chapters on Medicine. Jami atTirmidhi Chapters on Medicine. Qatada bin Nu'man narrated that the Messenger of Allah S.A.W. said, "When Allah loves a slave, He prevents him from the world, just as one of you prevents his sick from water." Another chain reports a similar narration. Jami atTirmidhi 2036 Reference 28 Hadith 1. Jami atTirmidhi Chapters on Medicine. al-Mundhir said, "The Messenger of Allah entered upon me, while Ali was with him, and we had a cluster of unripe dates hanging. She said, the Messenger of Allah began eating, and Ali ate with him. The Messenger of Allah said to Ali, 'Stop, stop, for you are still recovering.' So Ali sat and the Prophet ate. She said, 'I made some chard and barley for them.' So the Prophet said, 'O Ali, eat from this, for indeed it will be more suitable for you.'" Another chain reports a similar narration. Jami atTirmidhi 2037 Reference 28 Hadith 2. Jami atTirmidhi Chapters on Medicine. Usama bin Sharik said, "Some Bedouin asked, 'O Messenger of Allah, S.A.W., shall we treat our ill?' He said, 'Yes, O worshippers of Allah, use remedies. For indeed Allah did not make a disease but He made a cure for it, or a remedy. Except for one disease.' They said, 'O Messenger of Allah, S.A.W. what is it?' He said, 'Old age.'" Jami atTirmidhi 2038 Reference 28 Hadith 3. Jami atTirmidhi Chapters on Medicine. Aisha narrated, "Whenever one of the wives of the Messenger of Allah S.A.W. became feverishly ill, he would order that some broth be prepared. Then he would tell them to take some of the broth, and he would say, 'It firms the heart of the grieved, and it rids the worries from the heart of the ill, just as one of you removes dirt from her face with water.'" Another chain reports a similar narration. Jami atTirmidhi 2039 Reference 28 Hadith 4. Jami atTirmidhi Chapters on Medicine. Uqba bin Amir al-Juhani narrated that the Messenger of Allah S.A.W. said, "Do not force your sick to eat, for indeed Allah, blessed and most high, provides them food and drink." Daif. Jami atTirmidhi 2040 Reference 28 Hadith 5. Jami atTirmidhi Chapters on Medicine. Abu Hurairah narrated that the Messenger of Allah S.A.W. said, "Use this black seed. For indeed it contains a cure for every disease except as-sam, and as-sam is death." Jami atTirmidhi 2041 Reference 28 Hadith 6. Jami atTirmidhi Chapters on Medicine. Anas narrated some people from Irana arrived in al-Madinah, and they were uncomfortable with the climate. So the Messenger of Allah S.A.W. sent them some camels from charity. He told them, "Drink from their milk and urine." Jami atTirmidhi 2042 Reference 28 Hadith 7. Jami atTirmidhi Chapters on Medicine. Abu Hurairah narrated, from the Messenger of Allah S.A.W. "Whoever kills himself with an instrument of iron, he will come on the day of judgment with his iron in his hand, to continually stab himself in his stomach with it, in the fire of Jahannam, dwelling in that state eternally. And whoever kills himself with poison, then his poison will be in his hand, to continually take it in the fire of Jahannam, dwelling in that state eternally." Jami atTirmidhi 2043 Reference 28 Hadith 8. Jami atTirmidhi Chapters on Medicine. Abu Hurairah narrated that the Messenger of Allah S.A.W. said, "Whoever kills himself with an instrument of iron, his iron will be in his hand, to continually stab himself in his stomach with it, in the fire of Jahannam, dwelling in that state eternally. And whoever kills himself with poison, then his poison will be in his hand, to continually take it in the fire of Jahannam, dwelling in that state eternally. And whoever throws himself from a mountain to kill himself, then he will be continually throwing himself in the fire of Jahannam, dwelling in that state eternally. Another chain reports a similar narration. Jami atTirmidhi 2044 reference 28 Hadith 9. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on medicine. Abu Hurairah narrated, the Messenger of Allah, S.A.W. forbade from cures that are kabith. Abu Elsa said, meaning poison. Jami atTirmidhi 2045 reference 28 Hadith 10. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on medicine. Simak narrated that he heard Alqamah bin Wa'il narrate from his father, that he witnessed the Prophet, S.A.W. being asked by Suwaid bin Tariq or Tariq bin Suwaid about Qamar, and he forbade it. So he said, we use it as a treatment. So the Messenger of Allah, SAW, said, it is certainly not a treatment, rather, it is a disease. Another chain reports a similar narration. Jami atTirmidhi 2046 reference 28 Hadith 11. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on medicine. Ibn Abbas narrated that the Messenger of Allah, S.A.W. said, indeed the best of what you treat is sought, al-ladid, cupping and laxatives. So when the Messenger of Allah, SAW, was suffering, his companions treated him with al-ladid, and when they were finished he said, treat them with al-ladid. So all of them except al-Abbas were treated with al-ladid. Daif, Jami atTirmidhi 2047 reference 28 Hadith 12. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on medicine. Ibn Abbas narrated that the Messenger of Allah, S.A.W. said, indeed the best of what you treat is sought, al-ladid, cupping and laxatives. And the best of what you use for cool is ithmid, for it clears the vision and grows the hair, eyelashes. And he said, the Messenger of Allah, S.A.W. had a cool holder with which he would apply cool before sleeping, 3 in each eye. Jami atTirmidhi 2048 reference 28 Hadith 13. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on medicine. Imran bin Husayn narrated that the Messenger of Allah, S.A.W. prohibited cauterization. He said, we were tested with severe medical condition, so we were cauterized, but we did not have good results, nor was it successful for us. Another chain reports a similar narration. Jami atTirmidhi 2049 reference 28 Hadith 14. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on medicine. Anas narrated, the Prophet, SAW, cauterized Asad bin Zurara for shaka. Jami atTirmidhi 2050 reference 28 Hadith 15. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on medicine. Anas narrated, the Prophet, SAW, would get cupped in his jugular veins and his upper back. And he would get cupped on the 17th of the month, or the 19th, or the 21st. Jami atTirmidhi 2051 reference 28 Hadith 16. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on medicine. Ibn Masud said, the Messenger of Allah, SAW, narrated about the night of Isra, saying that he did not pass an assembly of angels except that they ordered him, order cupping among your ummah. Jami atTirmidhi 2052 reference 28 Hadith 17. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on medicine. Abd bin Mansur narrated from Ikrimah, who said, Ibn Abbas had 3 boys who were cuppers. He would use the proceeds from 2 of them for himself and his family, and one of them would cup him and his family. He said, Ibn Abbas said, the Prophet, SAW, said, how excellent is the slave who cups, letting the blood, relieving the back, and clearing the vision. And he said, indeed the best for you to cup on are the 17th, the 19th, and the 21st. And he said, indeed the best of what you treat is as sot, al-ladid, cupping and laxatives. And indeed, the Messenger of Allah, SAW, was given medicine by al-Abbas and his companions. So that the Messenger of Allah, SAW, said, who gave me this medicine? All of them were silent, so he said that there shall not remain anyone in the house but he should be treated with ladid except for his uncle al-Abbas. And Nader said, al-ladid is al-wajir. Jami atTirmidhi 2053 reference 28 Hadith 18. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on medicine. Ali bin Ubaidullah narrated that his grandmother, Salma, who used to serve the Prophet, SAW, said, there was no wound nor cut on the Messenger of Allah, SAW, but he would order me to put henna on it. Another chain reports a similar narration. Jami atTirmidhi 2054 reference 28 Hadith 19. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on medicine. Akar bin al-Mughira bin Shuba narrated from his father who said that the Messenger of Allah, SAW, said, whoever seeks treatment by cauterization, or with ruqya, then he has absolved himself of at-tawakkul, reliance upon Allah. Jami atTirmidhi 2055 reference 28 Hadith 20. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on medicine. Anas narrated that the Messenger of Allah, SAW, permitted ruqya for the scorpion sting, the evil eye, and anamla. Another chain reports a similar narration. Jami atTirmidhi 2056 reference 28 Hadith 21. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on medicine. Imran bin Husayn narrated that the Messenger of Allah, SAW, said, no ruqya except for the evil eye and the scorpion sting. Jami atTirmidhi 2057 reference 28 Hadith 22. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on medicine. Abu Sa'id narrated, the Messenger of Allah, SAW, would seek refuge from the jinn and the evil eye of humans, until al-Muawwadatan were revealed. So when they were revealed he used them and left other than them. Jami atTirmidhi 2058 reference 28 Hadith 23. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on medicine. Asma bint Umaysh said, I said, O Messenger of Allah, SAW, some of Jafar's children have suffered from an accelerated case of the inflammation of the eye, so should I have them treated with ruqya? He said, yes, for indeed if there was anything that could overcome the decree, then the evil eye would overcome it. Jami atTirmidhi 2059 reference 28 Hadith 24. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on medicine. Ibn Abbas narrated that the Messenger of Allah, SAW, used to seek refuge for al-Hasan and al-Husayn, saying, Yuwadukuma bakalimatallahi tamati, min kulli shaytanin wa hamatin, wa min kulli aynin lama. I seek refuge for the two of you in the perfect words of Allah, from every devil and every poisonous pest, and from every harmful eye. And he would say, it is with this that Ibrahim would seek refuge for Ishaq and Ismail, peace be upon them. Another chain reports a similar narration. Jami atTirmidhi 2060 reference 28 Hadith 25. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on medicine. Hayya bin Habas at-Tamimi narrated, my father narrated that he heard the Messenger of Allah, SAW, saying, there is nothing to al-Ham, and the eye is real. Jami atTirmidhi 2061 reference 28 Hadith 26. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on Medicine. Ibn Abbas narrated that the Messenger of Allah, S.A.W., said, "If there was anything that could overcome the decree, then the evil eye would overcome it, and when you are requested to wash, do to it, then wash." Jami atTirmidhi 2062 reference 28 Hadith 27. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on Medicine. Abu Sa'id narrated, "The Messenger of Allah, S.A.W., dispatched us on a military expedition. We camped with some people and asked them to entertain us, but they did not entertain us. Their leader was stung, so they came to us saying, 'Is there anyone among you who can treat a scorpion sting with ruqya?' I said, 'Yes, I can. But I will not do any ruqya until you give us some sheep.' They said, 'Then we shall give you 30 sheep.' We accepted that, and I recited Alhamdulillah 7 times. He became better and we took the sheep." He said, "We became concerned about that being permissible and said, 'Do not be hasty until we reach the Messenger of Allah, SAW. He said, 'When we arrived with him I mentioned what I did to him. He, SAW, said, "How did you know that it was a ruqya? Take the sheep, and assign me a share among you." Jami atTirmidhi 2063 reference 28 Hadith 28. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on Medicine. Abu Sa'id al-Khudri narrated, "Some of the companions of the Messenger of Allah, SAW, came across a tribe of Bedouin that did not entertain them, nor behave hospitality with them. Their leader became ill, and they came to us saying, 'Do you have any medicine?' We said, 'Yes. But you did not entertain us nor have us as guests, so we will not do anything until you give us something.' Then they gave sheep for that." He said, "So a man from us began reciting the opening of the book, Surat al-Fatiha, and he was cured. So when we came to the Messenger of Allah, SAW, we mentioned to him. He said, 'How did you know it was ruqya?' And he did not mention any prohibition against it, and he said, 'Eat, and assign me a share among you from them, sheep.' Jami atTirmidhi 2064 reference 28 Hadith 29. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on Medicine. Abu Khizama narrated from his father who said, "I asked the Messenger of Allah, SAW, O Messenger of Allah, SAW, do you think that the ruqya we use, the treatments we use, and what we seek to protect ourselves will contradict anything from Allah's decree?" He said, "They are from Allah's decree." Jami atTirmidhi 2065 reference 28 Hadith 30. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on Medicine. Abu Hurairah narrated that the Messenger of Allah, SAW, said, "Al-ajwa is from paradise and it contains a cure for poison. Truffles are a form of manna, and its liquid is a cure for the eye." Jami atTirmidhi 2066 reference 28 Hadith 31. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on Medicine. Sa'id bin Zayd narrated that the Prophet, SAW, said, "Truffles are a form of manna, and its liquid is a cure for the eye." Jami atTirmidhi 2067 reference 28 Hadith 32. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on Medicine. Abu Hurairah narrated that people among the companions of the Prophet, SAW, would say, "Truffles are the earth's smallpox." So the Messenger of Allah, SAW, said, "Truffles are a form of manna, and its liquid is a cure for the eye. Al-ajwa is from paradise, and it contains a cure for poison." Jami atTirmidhi 2068 reference 28 Hadith 33. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on Medicine. Qatada said, "It was narrated to me that Abu Hurairah said, I took 3 truffles, or 5, or 7, and pressed them. Then I put their liquid in a bottle, and I used it on the eyes of a slave girl of mine so she was cured. Jami atTirmidhi 2069 Reference 28 Hadith 34. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on Medicine. Qatada said, "It was narrated to me that Abu Hurairah said, Ash-Shunez is a cure for every disease except As-Sam." Qatada said, "One takes 21 seeds daily, and puts them in a cloth, then infuses water, and sniffs 2 drops in his right nostril, and 1 drop in the left. The second day, 2 drops are sniffed in the left, and 1 drop in the right. The third day, 2 drops in the right and 1 drop in the left." Jami atTirmidhi 2070 Reference 28 Hadith 35. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on Medicine. Abu Masud al-Ansari narrated, "The Messenger of Allah, SAW, prohibited the price of a dog, the earnings of a fornicator, from fornication, and the payment made to the fortune-teller." Jami atTirmidhi 2071 Reference 28 Hadith 36. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on Medicine. Asa ibn Abdur Rahman bin Abi Layla said, "I entered upon Abdullah bin Uqaym Abu Mabad al-Juhani to visit him, while he had humra. I said, 'Why don't you hang something?' He said, 'Death is better than that.' The Prophet, SAW, said, 'Whoever hangs something, he is entrusted to it.'" Another chain reports a similar narration. Jami atTirmidhi 2072 Reference 28 Hadith 37. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on Medicine. Rafi bin Khadij narrated that the Prophet, SAW, said, "Fever is from the agitation of the fire, so cool it with water." Jami atTirmidhi 2073 Reference 28 Hadith 38. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on Medicine. Aisha narrated that the Messenger of Allah, SAW, said, "Fever is from the heat of the hell, so cool it with water." Another chain reports similar narration. Jami atTirmidhi 2074 Reference 28 Hadith 39. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on Medicine. Ibn Abbas narrated, "For fever, and all pains, the Prophet, SAW, would teach them to say, Bismillahil Kabir, Adu Billahil Azimi min Shari Kuli Erkeen Naran, Wa min Shari Haran Nar. In the name of Allah the Great, I seek refuge with Allah the Magnificent from the evil of every gushing vein, and from the evil of the heat of the fire." Jami atTirmidhi 2075 Reference 28 Hadith 40. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on Medicine. Aisha narrated from Wahb's daughter, and she is Judama, who said, "I heard the Messenger of Allah, SAW, saying, I wanted to prohibit al-Gilla, but the Persians and Romans did it, and they did not kill their children." Jami atTirmidhi 2076 Reference 28 Hadith 41. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on Medicine. Aisha narrated from Judama bint Wahb al-Asadiyah that she heard the Messenger of Allah, SAW, saying, "I intended to prohibit al-Gilla until I remembered that the Persians and Romans do that, without any harm to their children." Jami atTirmidhi 2077 Reference 28 Hadith 42. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on Medicine. Qatada narrated from Abu Abdullah that Zayd bin Arqam said, "The Prophet, SAW, would acclaim oil and wars for the treatment of pleurisy." Qatada said, "And it is put in the mouth on the side which he is suffering." Jami atTirmidhi 2078 Reference 28 Hadith 43. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on Medicine. Maymun Abu Abdullah said, "I heard Zayd bin Arqam say, the Messenger of Allah, SAW, ordered us to use Kust al-Bari and oil to treat pleurisy." Jami atTirmidhi 2079 Reference 28 Hadith 44. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on Medicine. Uthman bin Abi al-As narrated, "The Messenger of Allah, SAW, came to me while I had a pain that almost ruined me. So, the Messenger of Allah, SAW, said, 'Rub it with your right hand 7 times and say Audhu bi Izzatilla wa Kudratihi wa Sultanihi min Shari ma Ajid. I seek refuge in Allah's might, power, and authority, from the evil of what I suffer.' He said, so I did it, and Allah removed what I had, and I never ceased telling my family and others to do it." Jami atTirmidhi 2080 Reference 28 Hadith 45. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on Medicine. Asma bint Umayy narrated that the Messenger of Allah, SAW, asked her what they used as a laxative. She said, "Shubram." He said, "It is hot and too strong." She said, "Then I used senna as a laxative." So the Prophet, SAW, said, "If there was anything that would have a cure for death in it, then it would have been senna." Jami atTirmidhi 2081 Reference 28 Hadith 46. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on Medicine. Abu Sa'id said, "A man came to the Prophet, SAW, and said, 'My brother is suffering from loose bowels.' He said, 'Let him drink honey.' So he drank it. Then he came and said, 'O Messenger of Allah, SAW, he has drunk honey, but it has only made him more worse.' So the Messenger of Allah, SAW, said, 'Let him drink honey.' He said, so he drank it. Then he came and said, 'O Messenger of Allah, SAW, I gave him some more to drink, but it has only made him more worse.' He said, the Messenger of Allah, SAW, said, 'Allah has told the truth, and your brother's stomach has lied. Give him honey to drink.' So he gave him some more honey to drink and he was cured." Jami atTirmidhi 2082 Reference 28 Hadith 47. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on Medicine. Ibn Abbas narrated that the Prophet, SAW, said, "There is no Muslim worshipper who visits one who is ill, other than at the time of death, and he says 7 times, Asalullah al-Azim Rabbul Arshal Azim and Yashfik. I ask Allah the Magnificent, Lord of the Magnificent Throne, to cure you, except when he will be cured." Jami atTirmidhi 2083 Reference 28 Hadith 48. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on Medicine. Thoban narrated that the Prophet, SAW, said, "When one of you suffers from fever, and indeed fever is a piece of the fire, let him extinguish it with water. Let him stand in a flowing river facing the direction of it and say, Allahumma shfa abdaka wa sadik rasulik, in the name of Allah. O Allah, cure your slave and testify to your messenger." Doing so after Salat as Subh, Fajr, and before the rising of the sun. Let him submerse himself in it 3 times, for 3 days. If he is not cured in 3, then 5. If he is not cured in 5, then 7. If he is not cured in 7, then 9. For indeed it will not remain after 9, with the permission of Allah. Jami atTirmidhi 2084 Reference 28 Hadith 49. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on Medicine. Abu Hazim said, "While I was listening, Sahl bin Sa'd was asked, 'What were the wounds of the Messenger of Allah, SAW, treated with?' He said, 'None is alive who is more knowledgeable of it than I. Ali would come with water in his shield, and Fatima would use it to wash his blood off, and a mat was burnt for him and his wounds were filled with it, its ashes.'" Jami atTirmidhi 2085 Reference 28 Hadith 50. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on Medicine. Anas bin Malik narrated that the Messenger of Allah, SAW, said, "The parable of the ill when he is cured and becomes healthy is that of hail that falls from the heavens in its purity and its color. Jami atTirmidhi 2086 reference 28 Hadith 51. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on Medicine. Abu Sa'id al-Khudri narrated that the Messenger of Allah, SAW, said, "When one of you visits the ill, then reassure him regarding his lifespan. Indeed, that will not repel anything, but it will comfort his soul." Jami atTirmidhi 2087 reference 28 Hadith 52. Jami atTirmidhi. Chapters on Medicine. Abu Hurairah narrated that the Prophet, SAW, visited a man who was ill, so he said, "Cheer up, for indeed Allah said, 'It is my fire which I impose upon my sinning slave as his portion of the fire.'" Hassan al-Hassan said, "They would hope that the fever that occurred at night would atone for any deficiency caused by sins." Jami atTirmidhi 2088 reference 28 Hadith 53.